Saddle up, gamers and parents alike. Dad by Daylight here, and we got top 5 killers for new players today, which I think is going to be so worth your time. So, as a new killer, you will experience some success as you wade through new survivors, desperately trying to figure out the game and probably playing solo. However, it won't take long before people saddle up with friends and have gained some experience to give you a tough time around pallets and windows, which will make you want to smash something up, I'm sure. So here is my top 5 killers that will help you dismantle teams at a base kit level, even before you juice them up with some saucy add-ons and devastating perks. Number 5, the Spirit. Arguably one of the strongest killers in the game, Spirit has a lot of growth and potential for you to learn how to end chases quickly. Mind games will become a big part of her strategy with clever survivors. However, any survivors not paying attention to the sound cues will quickly be whacked or downed in chases by you. It goes without saying that using your power to grab survivors from generators never gets old, and this will happen way more often than you think. This killer gives you a lot of room for growth, but still has to be able to abide to the usual pallet and looping shenanigans, but with an edge when you decide to use her power. The Spirit is fun, powerful, and has a good range of success as you build up time with her. Number 4, the Plague. Now this one might be controversial, and there is a lot to learn with the spit mechanic, but hear me out. Once you have a bit of experience with the spit, a lot of survivors in your early career will cleanse, giving you your ultimate power, the red spit. And with this, you can damage survivors and down them very quickly. Most survivors will be desperate to stun you out of this mode, giving you an opportunity to dish out a dose of red spit. This is before you can infect objects, which increases that infectivity. There is a lot of room for growth with this killer, and as you gain more and more experience with her, there are many factors that can bode well in your favour. Do survivors cleanse? If so, more power to you. If they don't, they best be good in chase, otherwise it's a down and a hook for them. And if they spend time cleansing, they are not doing gens. Not to mention, you are have one of the best perks for slowing down the game, and she easily has one of the best add-ons, or the best set of add-ons over many other killers. The Plague is fun, powerful, and like the Spirit, has a great range of success as you build up more time with her. Number 3, the Cenobite. Now I admit the power of the Cenobite can be a tricky one to get used to, and as you start out you can loop survivors until they animation lock into dropping a pallet or looping a window, giving you almost a guaranteed hit with your power and giving you the chance to loop around and get a free hit. The room for growth of this ability is huge, and the more successful you are with this, the better you will be. Not to mention the whole time this is happening, you have a passive that is building up chain hunts, making it easy for you to end chases with survivors and give you information where they are as you hear the chains constantly spawning on them. If you're lucky enough to come across the box, you can start chain hunts early, and if you don't and someone opens it, you can teleport on their face and start a chase. Add in some hex perks if you have them, and this killer can give survivors a lot of side objectives, slowing down gen progress. He, like the Plague, also has one of the best perks for slowing down the game, but not the best add-ons. But I do believe that the Cenobite is very fun, powerful, and like killers mentioned before him, has a great range of success as you build up playtime with them, all while having the added passive of slowing down the game. Number 2, the Onryo, or as I like to preferably call her, Sadako, is the only killer to be able to outright kill foolish survivors at a base kit level. I've already done a video on Onryo/Sadako, so check out the link in the description for an in-depth guide on her. Sadako has a teleporting building up the insta-kill ability, which allows you to teleport across the map at your TVs, which gives you a lot of map pressure. Her stealth through manifesting and demanifesting is also extremely powerful. She is the shortest killer in the game so far and genuinely provides a lot in the kit, so that you can focus on harnessing your craft at mastering looping. The kit is very plentiful in comparison to many other basic killers, and if survivors are not sharp, you can expect a lot of survivors to meet your deadly eye as you kill them off and then reduce the odds of losing the game. Sadako can be extremely fun, and her theme is excellent. She isn't the most powerful killer as you climb up the ranks, but very successful at the start of your DBD career while you hone your looping craft. Number 1. Now this one is probably going to be even more controversial than the Plague, but you have to hear me out. It's the one and only Nurse. This killer isn't for the faint of heart, or for people that see themselves as mechanically good at games, or for people that don't see themselves as mechanically good at games. But despite that, everyone has muscle memory, and with a lot of time and dedication, you'll be dismantling any team that dares to mess with you. At base kit level, the Nurse's power is very simple, but she is very much a player master and not a pick-up and master. You won't be subscribing to all the looping shenanigans and pallet town torture that every other killer has to face, which could be considered bad, as this killer will take you away from the norm of what the game is. However, I promise you that if meta perks and survivor shenanigans frustrate you, then this killer with time and practice will laugh at anything that is thrown your way, whereas with other killers you'd be left frustrated and annoyed and left watching 4 survivors consistently teabag you as they leave without any remorse at frustrating you. The Nurse is the most rewarding killer and arguably the strongest, but has a huge mountain and steep curve to climb. But with this comes one of the most fun and enjoyment that you can have with this killer, and is next to no one if you love winning consistently. Well, that is it for my top 5 today. Thanks for your time, mates. Time is precious and I do appreciate yours. If you enjoyed this video, do hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos. Leave a comment without hesitation if you want to, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Thanks guys, peace.